It was the first week of December, and the air in our small office already smelled like cinnamon candles and overbrewed coffee. Everyone was talking about holiday plans, some going skiing, others visiting family. I was just planning to stay home, finally relax, and maybe bake those sugar cookies I kept promising myself every year. That Monday morning, our manager, Linda, called me into her office. She had that look, the one she gets right before she drops a surprise on someone. "Hey, Sarah," she said with a grin. "So, is your husband and his family coming for Christmas?" I blinked. Yeah. They're flying in on the 23rd. Why?" "Perfect," she said too cheerfully. "I'm going on vacation starting next week. You're in charge while I'm gone." I thought she was joking. I even laughed until I saw the stack of folders she slid across her desk. Budgets, client reports, project updates, all of it. "Wait, what do you mean I'm in charge?" I asked. Linda just winked. "You've got great instincts. It's only for 2 weeks, and everything's running smoothly. What could go wrong?" I wanted to say everything, but she was already reaching for her coat, humming a Christmas tune like she didn't just hand me the weight of the entire department. As I left her office, the snow started falling outside, soft and quiet. I remember thinking, great, 2 weeks of chaos, right before my in-laws arrive. Little did I know, that was the calm before the real storm. By Tuesday morning, the news had spread faster than the office coffee machine could brew. "Sarah's in charge." It echoed down the hallways like an inside joke everyone knew except me. At first, I tried to act confident. I wore my nicest blazer, carried a clipboard I didn't need, and even threw in a few leadership phrases like, "Let's circle back on that," and "keep me in the loop." But it didn't take long for the cracks to show. "Hey, Sarah," said Mark from accounting, leaning against my cubicle. "Since Linda's gone, do we really need to finish those reports by Friday?" "Yes," I said, trying to sound firm. He grinned. "Cool. I'll get to it. After lunch." Lunch, of course, lasted 2 hours. Then there was Jenny, our office designer, who decided that with no boss around, it was the perfect time to experiment with creative freedom. By noon, she'd painted the break room chalkboard wall with neon holiday doodles and a questionable drawing of Santa doing yoga. Everywhere I turned, someone was taking advantage of vacation mode. Deadlines were slipping, phones were going unanswered, and someone kept spiking the coffee creamer with peppermint schnapps. By 3 p.m., I was already regretting saying yes to Linda. My inbox was overflowing, my patience was thinning, and I still hadn't started cleaning the guest room at home for my husband's family. Then, as if the universe wanted to test me further, my phone buzzed with a text from my husband. "Tom, good news! Mom's bringing her fruitcake recipe and wants to bond in the kitchen with you." I stared at the screen, half laughing, half crying. At work, I was everyone's reluctant boss. At home, I was about to be the hostess from hell. And Christmas wasn't even here yet. By Wednesday morning, I'd had enough. The office looked more like a college dorm than a professional workplace. Half-empty coffee cups, music playing from someone's Bluetooth speaker, and Jenny's neon chalkboard masterpiece now featuring Santa doing a handstand. I walked in with a mission, coffee in hand, hair tied back. I channeled every boss I'd ever admired. "All right, everyone," I announced, clapping my hands once. "Let's get back on track." Linda trusted us to keep this place running, and I'm not about to let it fall apart 3 days before Christmas break. A few heads popped up from behind computer screens. Mark raised an eyebrow. "You sound just like Linda." "Good," I said. "Now, I need the sales projections by noon, the client list cleaned up by 3, and whoever keeps refilling the candy bowl with shots of schnapps, please stop." There was an awkward silence. Then, to my surprise, people started moving. Slowly, but still. By noon, progress was visible. The phones were ringing again. Emails were being answered, and the office actually sounded like work. I even caught Jenny focusing on an actual design file. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. At 2 p.m., I finally exhaled and treated myself to a cookie from the break room. That's when my phone buzzed again. Tom, hey, my parents' flight got moved up. They'll be here tomorrow morning instead of Friday. Tom, again. Oh, and Mom asked if you could make her famous cinnamon rolls for breakfast. I nearly choked on the cookie. Tomorrow morning? I hadn't even cleaned the house, let alone prepped breakfast for my mother-in-law, a woman who once criticized my pancakes for being too urban. I slumped back in my chair, staring at the pile of unfinished work. Running an office was one thing.